Imagine every accomplishment you've ever had being used against you in a court of law. It happened to Gloria Killian. In today's Freedom Files, the web of lies that was used to convict her of a crime she did not commit.
The year is 1981, and 35-year-old Gloria Killian decides to take a break from law school to save money for her tuition.
The guy that I was dating introduced me to a friend of his who owns a coin shop.
Gloria becomes friends with the owner and does some legal work for him.
That period of time in Sacramento, there was a string of robberies and murders involving coins and coin shop dealers.
On December 9th, two men disguised as telephone repairmen enter the home of an elderly couple. They steal 6 suitcases full of silver coins. The husband is shot and killed. His wife is shot but survives. Stephen DeSantis and his cousin, Gary Massey, are arrested for the crime. However, an anonymous tip names Gloria as the mastermind.
They took me downtown and it immediately got really ugly and hostile. I talked to them for 3.5 hours. I didn't say anything incriminating because I didn't know anything incriminating.
Gloria is charged with murder, attempted murder, robbery, burglary, and grand theft auto. Gary and Stephen go to trial and Gloria hires an attorney.
After 4.5 months, the case against me was dismissed because there was no evidence. However, Sacramento County, not being deterred, managed to come up with someone.
Stephen is found guilty of being the triggerman and sentenced to death. Gary is convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole.
My case was over. I mean, it was done. There was nothing. But I always had this strange feeling that something bad was still going to happen to me.
After sentencing, Gary contacts the sheriff's department, saying he will help them in their investigation against Gloria if they reduce his sentence.
The Sacramento County Sheriff's Department had a very bad reputation at that time, and I don't think they'd solved the case in, I don't know, at least a year.
Gloria is once again arrested. While on the stand, Gary lies. He tells the jurors that Gloria is the mastermind, and he even says there is no deal or arrangement with the prosecution for his testimony. His statement is the only direct piece of evidence against her.
I had no idea what happened to me, literally. And I read law books till I was cross-eyed.
On February 26, 1986, Gloria is convicted and sentenced to 32 years to life in prison. While Gloria serves her time, Gary begins writing letters to authorities.
90 days after I got to prison, wrote a letter to the district attorney in which he said, I lied my ass off on the stand for you. I gave you Killian. What are you doing for me? He wrote 2 more recantation letters in about a 6-month period.
It isn't until 10 years into her sentence that the web of lies created by the prosecution finally unravels. In 2002, the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit reverses Gloria's conviction, saying Gary's testimony was false. All charges against her are dismissed, and after 17.5 years in prison, Gloria is released. Gloria, first of all, welcome to DBL. Thank you for taking the time. Gloria, do you believe being a law student helped or actually hurt your case?
Pretty much have absolute proof that it hurt my case, because at my sentencing, my district attorney stood up and said various things like, Gloria Killian has never been arrested prior to this time. She's never committed a crime that we know of. She went from high school to law school. She was a law student, and therefore she should be sentenced to more time than anybody. And I was.
This is crazy. There was so much misconduct. I feel like that's the wrong word. Criminal behavior on the prosecutor's side in your case. He was eventually censured, which basically means that there was a note stuck in his file that no one's going to see saying that he acted unethically.
Right.
Do you feel like that was enough? And what do you think would have been real justice?
Of course I don't think it was enough. I was never compensated.
Wow.
Basically, my life, my career, everything was destroyed. All of my family members died while I was in prison, except for my poor 85-year-old uncle.
Wow.
It just goes on and on and on.
It's like the whole system completely worked against you. And what's amazing to me is you're still fighting. Since your release, you've been fighting for prison reform for women. Bravo, Gloria, bravo. Why is that important to you, and what would you like to see changed?
Oh, well, let's just tear the whole thing down.
Yes,
and start
girl.
The first thing that has to change is the death penalty. Over 100 people have been released from death row. That means we've killed at least, and usually cheerfully as well, we've cheerfully knocked off, another innocent person.
Wow.
How do you make that up? What do? Dig them up and say you're sorry?
If it can happen to you, it can truly happen to anyone. What's your advice to the rest of us? Because it seems like just statistically, it's either going to happen to us or somebody that we know or love and care about.
Yeah, and my advice to everybody could be printed on a t-shirt. Calm down and call your lawyer. It's that simple.
That should be on a t-shirt.
Don't talk to anybody. Yes, do not talk to those people. They're going to hurt you.
Thank you so much for taking the time to join DBL. I will be making a t-shirt and sending it to you that says calm down and call your lawyer. It's very smart. Thanks,
That's
Gloria.
fantastic. I can't wait to get it.
You will get one. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria.